Like Moses, my brother, I will turn a stick into a snake. Watch how I do it. Just a joke. Yeah. So that's a challenge that was put the last channels of the year of that YouTube cross channel challenge, and it's something to do with holidays. Doesn't matter which religion. So I decided to do the year of the snake from the Chinese, and I'm creating from a piece of stick. I'm creating a snake. I hope. Oops, it's almost. I lost it here. So let me do quickly a tenon, and it will be safer for me. The idea is just to do one snake from one piece of wood, and I'm going to do everything from this piece of wood, and it's going to be held with joints, every piece that I'm doing. So let's stop mumbling and let's go, and I'll show you how I made it. First, square it down, gives it the shape. I used few new things in this technique, in this project that I tried. I had this idea in my head, and I said I'll try it on this one. Let's see how it works. First, let me shape it quickly to the shape that I wanted, and it will be thin in the where is the tail, and thin where it connects to the head. And what I'm going to do also is, just before I finish, I'm going to increase the speed of the lathe and put the black line tool in a slight angle, and don't push it. Leave it to vibrate. If you understand what I'm saying, what I'm trying to do is I'm not going to put any pressure on it. I'm going to let it lying flat and vibrate a little bit, and that will create a pattern in the wood that it looks like a skin of a snake. Hopefully, you can see here the pattern. Here it is. Few grooves into the wood so I can get some color inside those grooves later, and just to give it the texture of the snake. Using an airbrush, few colors, and hopefully I'm going to get a snake that it looks frightening. And looks dangerous, hopefully. I'm using all the dangerous colors of the snakes, the green, the red, the orange. It will be very frightening by color. I'm going to sandpaper it down, and after that I'm going to use a technique that I think I developed myself, or somebody else done it also, because I don't think I invented the wheel. But I'm going to use, like I'm burning marks, I'm going to use a piece of paduk, and I'm going to burn into the wood marks. I'm going to high speed, and instead of burning it black like it's burned, I'm going to burn in the color that of the paduk, and it's a reddish color. So hopefully it will look nice, and it will give also a texture. In this project I'm going to do only Yorkshire grid, nothing else. That's more than enough. I just wanted to penetrate into the wood a little bit and to give me a little bit of a shine. And now what I'm going to do afterwards, I'm going to mark the joint. of the snake. To separate them, I'm starting first with a parting tool, very careful so it doesn't break, and then after I go to the depthness I want, I just cut it down with the saw. The idea of to connect them together that I've got is to create a ball and a cup as a joint. One side will be like a half a ball, and the other side will be a cup. And in the middle, I'm going to drill a hole, and you will see now. Stick around. If you're wondering how did I cut myself on my thumb, don't worry, it's not a cut, it's the pen that from the airbrushing. The first part will be the tail, and I'm going to give it a shape like a rattlesnake, but it's not a rattlesnake because not really a snake. A proper idea was what type of a snake. Any snake you like, that can be the snake. But I like this rattle snake tail, so I'll do it this way. I had to replace the chuck jaws so I can, because the parts were too small. So I'm using the jaws that I'm using usually for my pens. For the cup, I'm using for the cup and for the joint, I'm using the black line tools, the mini set. It's easy. It goes. You can make nice cups with that, and it's very handy for a small project. I will not bore you with all the steps of all of them together, so I'm going to just do a few of them on video. Just now we're going to see how I put them together, how I'm making the head, and how I put everything together. So stick around. That's now what I'm doing now is the basic shape of the head of the snake, and that will be the mouth of the snake. Now I'm shaping the size and the shape of the head that it's of the snake, because the snake's head is not round. It's got like a diamond. It looks like a diamond, so that's what I do. And I'm just drilling 2 holes for the eyes. I've got left over a piece of straw that I made with black straw, and I'm going to use this one as I'm going to cut pieces out of it, and I'm going to use this one for the eyes. And here, what I'm doing, I'm making the mouth of the snake. And later, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take paint with or a very thin brush or with toothpicks, and I'll put paint inside there. final touch-ups. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Yorkshire grid, and here it is. And then we basically finish with the polishing and everything. Now we have to put the eyes, and then we have to put the tan, but the tan I'm putting together with the fishing line. Here I'm putting I used the toothpick, it was easier. And I'm putting it together with the fishing line, and I'm holding the tan on the fishing line, and then I roll it inside. The tan is made from the same material, silicone, that you see that I'm using as a pad over there. I'm going to hold it in the back with a toothpick and with super glue. Super glue, a little super glue goes a long way. Okay, yeah, looks okay. It looks like dead. Let me put something underneath it so it lifts his head a little bit. Shame. Cutting it off, and then I'll flat it down, and that's how it looks like. I hope that I hit the mark on this project, and I really hope that you guys like it. And if you do like it, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, so you'll get the information that I've got a new video. Like it, and don't forget to put remarks at the bottom if you like my project, you don't like my project, what would you like me to do. And that's all, and I'll see you on my next one. Cheers.